Hello, Dr. Manjit and my fellow classmates. My name is Syahirah binti Parman, matrix number 155189. And today I'll be presenting topic 2, which is linguistic variety and how it affects language use in society. In today's presentation, I will be going through 4 parts, which is first the introduction of the chosen linguistic variety, which is Creole. Second is the specific Creole language I've chosen, which is Malay Chetty Creole, and third, how it affects language use in society. And lastly, I will be ending with a short conclusion. So the linguistic variety I have chosen today is Creole. So what is Creole? So Creole is actually a language that has gone through creolization. So what is creolization? Creolization. So creolization is a process whereby a pidgin becomes a first language for a group of speakers, and it is more it ranges wider than social functions. So what is pidgin? So pidgins and creoles are languages that emerge of context between speakers. So we can say it's a contact language and is used for a specific purpose. So example of a pidgin that I could think of. Let's say I am a Malay and I speak Malay and I have to do business with a French guy. So by hook or by crook, I need to do business with him. But we both don't have a common language and we both cannot understand each other. And at this time, there's no Duolingo, there's no Google Translate. So we have to adjust to each other in communicating. So how we talk to each other and the variety of language that we use with each other is no one's language. It's not his language. It's not really my language. So we call that as pidgin. So how does a pidgin become a creole? As I said, it's when it becomes the first language of some communities or group of speakers and is used for entire range of social functions that a language can be used for. So for example, let's say after doing business with the French guy, we both fell in love although we don't understand each other. So we have kids. So we will retain using the pidgin and our kids will be raised with the pidgin. Not his language, not really my language as well, so it's another variety. So when our kids use that specific language, it becomes a Creole. Uh, so that is when a pidgin becomes the first language of a group speakers. It is considered as a Creole. So our kids are first native speakers, and they use it more than just contact like us. For pigeons, like majority we use it for the purpose of business, but for them they use it for daily life, communicating with us and communicating with people, storytelling and things like that. So in Malaysia, specifically in Malacca, there are three recognized Creole language, which is Malay Chetty Creole, Baba Malay Creole, and Malacca Portuguese Creole, called as Papia Kristang. However, today I will be talking about Malay Chetty Creole, language of Malacca, specifically. So as I said, how does Malay Chetty Creole come about? So two people with different languages get married. So it's an interracial marriage. So Indian traders from India, of course, they spoke Tamil, and then they married local women that speaks Malay. So when they get married and their kids have are born and they speak Chetty Malay, and then we have a chatty community because it was widespread to marry interracially at that time. So chatty Malay is actually based on Bazar Malay, which is a pidgin at the time. And so chatty Malay is unique to the community. It's not exactly like Malay, but it is based on Malay. But it's kind of different because some are directly translated from Tamil to chatty and some are combined. So for example, tiang patal means canopy pole in English and tiang kamah in Malay. And tambolan has become tombolan in Chatti language, meaning tree. And parisom, parusam, meaning engagement. So the Tamil words, they have undergone like phonological and semantic changes that a lot of Tamil words don't sound like they are Tamil anymore. Okay. Let's move on to the second part, which is how it affects language use in society. So, how does it? So, Chatti Malay actually provides a sense of belongingness to its speakers because 86.1% says that it's important to speak Chatti in order to be a part of their community, and 60-year-old elders use Chatti by 98%. They refuse to use other languages than Chatti because they say it's their identity. why would they need to speak other languages? Because they were brought up with that language. In a way, they are maintaining their language maintenance. So they refuse to speak other languages besides Chetty. And another way that people feel like it's their identity because 80.6% say they have never been discriminated for using Chetty. So if a person were to use Chetty outside of the community or like anywhere else, majority of people don't mind, and there are certain percentage that don't even care what language they are using. So Chetty is still preferred language when talking to neighbors. Unlike Baba Nyonyas, they believe that it's economically weak, so they prefer to speak English. But Chetty still uses it, but this could still be because they live in their community at the place. Second, in the domains of religion. So Chetty is widely used in the Hindu temple because the conversations are in Chetty, and 66.6% Sami uses Chetty for prayers, but they still retain Tamil terms for Hindu religions. And a lot of Chetty speakers translate Tamil or Hindu concepts to Malay or Arab, so Malays can understand easier. For example, they call their Sami as Imam and the act of praying as sujud because they assume it is from Malay. And majority pray using Chetty because they are unable to read in Sanskrit in Tamil. Okay. So in conclusion, what it says, Creole is a language that is developed from Pidgin, but the moment it gains native speakers and is widely used not only as a contact language, it is used as a Creole, and just what as a Chetty Malay Creole went through. So this language it provides a sense of fitting in and belonging for its speakers, and is widely used in the domain of language. Although it's not exactly the standard of Malay, it is generally accepted to be used. And majority of society don't mind when the community speaks it or uses it. So that is my presentation today. This is my list of references and thank you.